book club. I told Dr. Shulman I'd be bringing him today, but I don't know if you knew for the agenda.
Oh, that's all right, he didn't get
Book
his
club, we
copy.
don't allow reading of books.
What? We have to
Books?
staff the library.
Good, I can put together my summer reading list
Yeah,
right
there you
now.
go.
They're such troublemakers. Don't listen to
Yeah, I
them.
know.
My goodness.
Terrible.
This is student school.
I don't like the idea that needs to be just on.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah,
We did it, but-
I would spread it out, 50, 25, 25,
I would wait
or
another.
something.
But the big problem
Dealing and
is,
dealing.
that'll
25,
significantly
25,
reduce the amount of money we raise,
No rush.
because so many fewer kids play a second sport.
Yeah.
I just have an issue here because we want it to be the money, we're dumping it where we can raise it easiest. And that just might not be what's fair to the kids. Like football is the most expensive sport to run. And it's the first sport, so they're awarded leagues.
Oh, yeah, they are.
The second sport is going to be the.
Doesn't enjoy reading.
I think it's about, I think we raised about
Yeah.
And I just hooked up with a book that got the book and you know. Yeah, and so her grandma was
Whatever the easiest calculation.
so
we
we
told
decided
them at
we're
the
having
athletic
this
society that we didn't want to raise the,
this summer.
Oh.
So I said, believe it or not, I have never read it.
I haven't read them either.
Yeah.
I've only played the computer games.
Oh,
The
okay.
Nancy Drew
well, we can
computer
talk about,
And I said,
How much are we
so
doing the budgeting?
that would give me an opportunity.
well, there are a lot of issues now in the state
You
budget.
know, so it
State
should be
budget done?
fun.
We
So
got
now
our,
we're gonna find Nancy
our,
Drew books.
How bad was it?
our stabilization funds got cut about $80,000. $770 something, our federal stimulus funds get cut by
I
about
think my first
$80,000
book
bucks.
that we have done reading.
So good thing we need to sign.
Oh, really? Okay.
And our chapter
And that's
70
what
is the
it
same
is.
as in the
It's just
Senate budget,
something
so it's about
Yeah.
$123,000 cut from this current
And I
year.
sort of laughed.
Yeah,
But it's the same, it's the same budget.
yeah,
So what's our bottom line?
That
don't
was
know.
something that.
because I don't know what the towns, I don't know, the bottom line is I think we're still
We're
$400,000
still at the same amount of money.
And the,
Real, you know?
what do you call it, circuit breaker is still
Passed
significant
away
cuts in
years
circuit
ago.
breaker.
And after that,
I like to figure out from Carl what that's gonna mean for us.
and to be able to talk and
So, for my sitting investigation class,
No, it's because you're the newest.
Kinda like a pond. It is a pond.
You know, so, and now they might just get to know.
am I allowed to drink in the library?
Drink in the library.
I was drinking beers in the cookout before I came away. And I had one of my hands, so I said, I don't know. But, I said, I think it's a good idea.
Summer reading books are good too, for the senior class.
Oh, really? You did it?
Devil in the White City, A Thousand Splendid Suns, Angela's Ashes, and About a Boy. I have all of them except About a Boy.
You know, everybody.
High school. That's right.
And then, what? Write something about it?
Usually I have a text message.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, and we never had that.
Yeah. It's good though, it keeps your mind somewhat active somewhere. Hey, Dr. Schroeder, did you want me to do a student?
No, I got your email,
Okay.
and I said,
Just the report?
yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
So Carl, what is the circuit breaker amount per week?
New policy too, the student reps have to
Well, you
do
know,
it at the very end of the
it's-
meeting.
Remember, it's not approved by law.
They didn't come all summer.
Approved by everybody.
What it basically does is wipes out all of the reserves.
That's always good way to sneak up.
Well, do the report first. Don't leave your report.
It's really short today.
They cut ARA funds, stabilization funds, and at chapter 70 was what
I
the
just
Senate
heard
was,
Paul
which was
Martin
120,000 less
in
than
my
we
park
got.
in August.
I didn't even know you went baseball.
But you know, we're intentionally not testing anything out about all of that.
Right, no, I know.
Because you know, we've learned
I went to
too many
Friday.
people creating friction inside us when it comes to the town stuff.
Like right now?
That the children
Thursday.
bought
Right.
doing it.
But I think it is clear, we're gonna,
We'll speak to
that
him.
deficit we have is as real as can be. It might
These
even,
days,
it might
it's a
even be
gamble
bigger.
trying to go to a game.
Based on
rain all
I
night.
think it's sort of kind of stimulus funds.
Because I felt like I was going at the beginning of the season. The gear I had to take with me, you know?
Yes. Oh, I don't know, this is, maybe we should use that one. We're gonna move John up, I mean, Dave Johnson. Okay.
I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Changing community service either.
I haven't started applying, but I've toured and I've been researching, so I know which ones are sort of. No, Cornell, UPenn, Bowdoin, Tufts.
Yes.
I need to find safety schools though. So far, those are the only ones I might left to go into college.
Well, we shouldn't put on the spot.
No, I'm going for, well, I want to be a doctor,
We
but
can
I'm
talk
not gonna
about it
major
without
in
voting
that.
on it.
Probably some sort of.
You wanna just nix it?
No, it makes sense.
I still have a year.
Did you just say he doesn't know? It's all his.
No, we made it, we
Yeah, we-
discussed it.
Yeah, we
Okay,
discussed it,
I thought he
subcommittee, so
said he didn't
he's
know.
aware.
Like to call this meeting to order? The first item on the agenda is public input. Is there anyone that would like to be recognized? Seeing none, we'll move on to our student report. We have Amelia Pulver.
Hi. On June 1st, the SLAM, which is the Student Leadership and Mentoring, had a training session. On June 5th, the seniors graduated and it was indoors. Finals started this Wednesday, and they ended yesterday. Today was the last day of school, and officer elections for class officers and also for school committee were 2 weeks ago. And the results were out, but not for school committee, because students who win that will get a packet in the mail. And then lastly, student council next year has changed, and it will be an open council, so nomination forms were due. And also, student council is heading a program called Rachel's Challenge, which has motivational workshops and assemblies for the whole school to go to, and it's headed by student council, but all of the school groups will be assisting in running it. So that's all that's happened in school past week.
You have no student work to tell us about? Oh, no, the school's over.
I could.
Does anyone have any questions?
This will be our last student report, right, for this, and then for the summer, we.
And new policy starts tonight about the student rep staying for the whole meeting.
Right.
No, I think
'Cause
it's
there's no
officially
homework.
summer vacation.
No homework.
Don't give us that homework line,
Pay no attention to the man in the booth.
The two men in the booth.
Well, thank you for all your work this
Yes,
year,
thank you.
and have a great summer.
Great job.
Thank
See
you,
you back
too.
here in September.
Looking forward.
Great.
Thanks.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda, we're gonna ask Dave Johnson to come forward. We're gonna discuss the turf field project and the athletic user fees. Dave Johnson is an active member on the turf field committee, and he has an update for us.
Well, thank you, the school committee and Dr. Troden for all your support in this project. I did hand out, and I hope everyone, a cost breakdown for the money that we're getting from Hillview, and also the bid specification sheet that Gale and Associates put forth. We did have the pre-bid conference on June 17th down at the field. It was fairly well attended by the contractors. The bids are due 11 a.m. July 1st. And then from there, obviously, the approval of the selectmen and everybody who needs to approve it. That's pretty much where we are right now. It's moved forward real nice. We have had a real nice committee that's worked real hard, and Gale and Associates, Bill Seymour and Nathan Collins have done a nice job with all of their leadership. So,
Some of the concerns we had, Dave, bleachers or the stands, in the turf field, and some of those projects that were slated to be funded through future fundraising efforts.
Okay.
And then, I know I read in the transcript that the project was coming in under the $2 million mark. Can you tell us if the committee intends to go with the lower bid, or maybe incorporate some of those projects that weren't originally in the original scope?
Well, I think if you look at the second page, the total cost of the project does come in, you know, under the $2 million by about, you know, a little over $60,000. Now, it's also built in a 10% contingency, which we're hoping we get in the soft economy, some very good bids. It's the feeling of the committee that we will get some good bids, and the first piece of the, if you want to call it an extra, but it's really not, it's something that really makes the stadium is the bleachers, that would be the first piece that would come in on any monies. If all of a sudden, you know, this 1.9 comes in at, you know, 1.75 or something of that nature, and we have extra monies for that would go directly for the bleachers, which we all kind of agree is the next piece that really brings the project together.
So there is agreement on that being a priority?
I think so. I
Okay.
think on the committee, I think that piece of it, you know, there's some extra, you know, add-ons, whether it's, you know, the track equipment or the protective netting, which goes in behind the field, or behind the turf field, you know, and protects the D areas of the track. I think that's more important probably in the spring, when you can have a lacrosse team that can practice on the field while the track practice is doing the long jump and the high jump in the D areas. It really utilizes the field well. I think everyone's in pretty much agreement with that.
I have a question on, so Dave, when the bids come in, we're getting bids for these 4 alternate items in case we do have money left over, or we have to go out to bid separately on these? If, say, it comes in at 1.7 million, do you then have to go out to bid separately on the bleachers and these other items, or are those gonna be part of the
They're
initial
alternate
package?
bids that are part of, you know, the person will bid on the project, which is the 1.9, and they'll also bid on these alternate, and then, you know, you take the better ones that are out there.
I also wanted to point out that if we can't initially afford the bleacher project, one thing we are gonna do, and this doesn't meet our needs entirely, is I think we're gonna be able to move the visitors' side bleachers over to the home side,
Mhm.
and so that's seating for what, 300 or
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, but then the home people have no place to sit.
Oh, yeah.
If you put the visitors over
Yeah, well,
there.
that's what the bid, no. The other thing was, I think the good news is that we did get a letter stating that we do not have to add bathroom facilities, correct?
That's how
From
I
the State
understand it, yeah. Yes.
Department.
Dave, are we on schedule?
Yeah, I mean, right now, the bids are out, they come in 11 o'clock, July 1st, and with any luck, I don't know what the actual start date is, I think it's right around mid-July if everything goes to plan. So, hopefully,
The last I saw this project, there were 4 alternatives that were being looked at, 4 different layouts. And a couple of those had the configuration aligned as we have it now, and others had it aligned with the street. Which one are we, did we end up
the
with?
track does move a little bit, and I think where it's more on line with Park Street. So there is a little bit of a curve to it.
So that makes the current press box inappropriate, so
Yes.
at an angle.
The current press box will be coming down.
Any other questions on the turf field?
I think the other thing is, he said, when we talked to the athletic subcommittee, that if we do get a mid-July start, we should have, everything goes according to plan, it should be ready for play in mid-October, correct? If everything goes according to plan.
I think probably mid-October is best-case scenario,
Right.
all the stars are aligned.
Right.
You know, late October into November is probably more realistic. I feel very confident that the Thanksgiving game piece